Hello, YouTube. Luigi here. Tonight we're going to do Tales of a Country Architect, Episode 3. Moving right along here. Haven't run out of material yet. Tonight we're going to talk about my favorite people. My favorite people, Realtors. And yes, it's Realtor. 2 syllables. It's not Realtor like 95% of you say out there. It's Realtor. But I understand where you get Realtor, because you think of real estate with that extra syllable in between. It's Realtor. You know, today there's a group of certified individuals who are house inspectors. And they take a test and they have credentials. They are certified. They have a checklist. And they provide a service of inspecting homes for people who are thinking of buying one, and they just don't know whether they're getting a solid house or a crummy house. So this is a good thing. But before this group really came into prominence, many years ago, I used to get these calls as an architect to inspect a home for people, and I was happy to do it. I'm not sure realtors were happy to have me, but I was happy to do it. You know, here's the preamble to the story. Once I got a call from a realtor. And she says, you know, I have this couple, and they're thinking of buying this old frame house, and they're a little squeamish about it, and, you know, and they want someone to inspect it and put their fears at rest. And I said, well, I'm happy to look at it for them, with you, but know this. I'm going to call it the way I see it. I'm not going to trash a good piece of property, and neither will I sugarcoat a can of worms. And at that point, she hung up on me. And I don't know where I lost her. Probably because I said I was going to call it the way I see it. Okay, now flash ahead a few years. I get a call from a couple. They're looking at a house, a modest little cottage on the Ossipee River in Freedom, New Hampshire. They want me to take a look at it for them. So we're driving down there with the realtor in the front, me in the front, and the couple in the back. The realtor pulls us up to this property, up to this house, and she parks, I don't know, pick a number, 50 feet away. I'm not even out of the car. I'm not even out of the car. And I said, don't buy it. It's rotten. This house is rotten. Well, the realtor throws me a look like, boy, if looks could kill. They said, you can tell that from here? I said, yeah, I can tell that from here. Now, it either takes really big balls or a lot of chutzpah to make this claim from 50 feet away, but I made it anyway because I actually think I know what I'm talking about. They said, how can you tell? I said, because the siding, meaning the wood part of the house, the rim joist, is right at grade. There's no concrete foundation showing, which means it's been sitting on grade, sucking up water for a long time. And I'm telling you, this house is rotten. They said, but that's brand new vinyl siding on it. And I said, that's exactly why it's brand new vinyl siding. Vinyl is the cheapest shit you can put on a house to make it look decent and still cover a lot of sins. Well, the realtor is not at all happy that I'm on this trip. I said, come on, I'll show you. And I asked the realtor kindly to take us to the basement. We get down to the basement. It's very clean. But it's damp, like a lot of basements are. No big deal. So but it's a low basement. I mean, the ceiling's not a normal 8-foot wall type height. It's so low that I could reach the sill plate, the wooden plate anchor bolted to the top of the wall. And I took out my trusty Barlow knife, a pocket knife with a 2 3/4 blade, not a big knife, folding knife. And I said, watch this. I was so confident what I was about to do. I said, watch this. And I took that 2 3/4 blade and I stuck it up to the hilt into that rotten sill plate. And everybody goes, gasp. Who is this masked man? I said, now put your hand up here and feel how wet this is. And they did. And they agreed. I said, if you open up these walls, I guarantee you're going to have black mold everywhere. You're going to be infested with carpenter ants, which love soft, punky wood that chew right through it and make their nest in there. I said, this house is more grief than it's worth. I'm telling you, do not buy it. And this is where they said, but we're already under contract to buy. I said, get a lawyer and get the hell out of that contract. I'm looking at the realtor now, and I'm saying this. I'm also addressing my next comment to the realtor. I says, now that you know this, assuming you didn't know this before, now that you know this, I believe your own board of ethics, your own code of ethics, requires you to point this out every single time this property is shown in the future. Right? And you're going to do exactly that, aren't you? Right? No comment from the realtor. So we're done in the basement. We go upside, and they're still not convinced that they shouldn't buy this house until this happens. We're walking around the outside, and the wife says, look how close this is to the river. Isn't this nice? And the mystical they told us we could put on 30% more square footage and get even closer to the river. I said, time out. That is totally wrong. Not a month ago, not 500 feet from here upstream on this very river, I got a lady a variance for a house just like this that was encroaching on the shoreline protection setback of the river. And I got her 30% square footage away from the water. You cannot get any closer to the water. Zoning ordinances are set up that you cannot make an existing non-conforming building more non-conforming. You have to put it away from the water. Oh, but they told us we could go toward the water. I said, well, they, just like they didn't disclose the rottenness of this house, they are wrong again. And I says, if you don't believe me, we can drive right down to Freedom Town Hall, talk to the building inspector with whom I have a great relationship, and he'll set you straight. So now their dream of building closer to the water, they believe me now. Can't happen. Now the dream of buying a rotten house, they're not going to buy it. They're just not. I know they're not going to buy it. And the realtor is not at all happy that they dragged me along to this. That's the end of my story. That's the end of my story. It's unfortunate that I think putting the vinyl siding on was a deliberate act of deception. Did the realtor know about the rot? I don't know. I want to believe not. I want to believe no one is that deceitful, really. I really want to believe that. Even about realtors, I want to believe that they're really not that deceitful. Okay? All right. God bless you. I love you all. That's tonight's episode in the ongoing series of Tales of a Country Architect. I love you all. Bye-bye.